And hey, we are live. Welcome everybody to the Aftershow. Thank you very much for supporting the podcast at patreon.com/P1 podcast, making all of this good stuff possible. Right?
Yeah,
baby.
That's right. This week we have an EGM review quiz from the December 1998 issue. What game do you think was on the cover? December 98. Don't look it up.
Metal Gear Solid.
Can you guess? No, it was not Metal Gear Solid.
Crazy Ivan.
Not Crazy Ivan either. No.
Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
Ocarina of Time.
Legend of Zelda.
I remember that
Ocarina
cover.
of Time.
Yeah. That is what is on the cover.
Okay.
And we're going to do this. So basically in these review games, I read a review, blank out the game name and the publisher name, and then Greg and Phil have to figure out what game is being described. It's just that simple, right? Simple.
Or so you'd think.
Or so you would think.
But therein lies the game.
Yes. So, Phil, you were first. Greg,
Oh.
you were second. This one is for the PlayStation.
I'll take potables for 100, CJ.
I don't think so. All right.
What's it for?
Blank. What?
What's it for?
PlayStation.
The PlayStation.
The PlayStation, the Sony PlayStation.
The first
computer
one.
entertainment system. The first one. The
Right.
very first. The PS1.
I vote Crazy Ivan.
Oh, hold on. All right,
Can I
Greg,
have another try?
do you have a guess?
I do not.
Okay. I'm going to read it again for Phil.
Okay.
Blank is simply incredible. Maybe incredible isn't strong enough an adjective here. The game is so full of innovation, so full of surprises, so full of fantastic design that compliments don't do it justice. You'll have to experience blank to understand what I mean. This masterpiece deserves all the hype it received. It's realistic and gritty, but it never forgets that it's a video game. Here it is, the first 10 ever in my EGM career.
It's Metal Gear Solid. Hey.
God damn it.
It is Metal Gear Solid. 1 point for Phil.
Woo.
All right, Greg. This one's for PlayStation.
That's weird for 1998.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Most of the games in this, I think there's one that's not PlayStation in this version of the quiz. All right. The whole premise of this game is weak. Everything from the kitty upright running animals to the blah looking 3D track environments screams first generation game. On top of that, there's very little depth. Outside of speed, size, and a few other odd power-ups, running and jumping are the extent of the controls. On the plus side, it is fairly fast, but that alone doesn't save this below average game. Take a pass on this one.
I forget. There was a Bomberman racing game.
Might be Metal Gear Solid.
There was a Bomberman racing game, but I can't remember what the actual name of it was.
Yeah.
Which I think this might be, because when they rode like little dinosaur characters.
I believe they were kangaroos.
So but I don't know what it's called. Bomberman R.
Phil, do you have a guess?
Bomberman Racing. I don't think it's actually that, but
no.
You know what? I do actually. I mean, I'm wrong. I'm not trying to get another shot.
Yeah.
I do seem to remember that there was some sort of like on foot racing game with like generic animals, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it was called.
Well, it's not called Bomberman Racing.
I figured.
That is for sure.
What was
But
it
it is
actually called?
Running Wild.
Running Wild. Let me look up the cover for this real quick.
I love that Phil gets Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
And I get Running Wild.
I mean, this is randomly selected.
Nah.
Yes. There it is.
Yeah.
The cover
It's not fixed.
has a humanoid. Oh my God, this is a 989 Studios game.
Running
From
Wild.
the producers of Crash Bandicoot, it says on the cover. And there is a humanoid elephant, a humanoid giraffe, and is that supposed to be like a bunny?
Maybe.
But it just looks like a sexy lady with like big floppy bunny ears. I mean,
Glad you said ears. We are ready to go with round 2.
That looks terrible. Yeah, sure.
All right, Phil, you are up 1-0.
You bet I am.
And we're at round 2 here. This is for the PlayStation Computer Entertainment System.
The first one?
Yes.
Okay.
There's nothing like a long RPG to keep me up all night for weeks. Blank sports some of the slickest animation cinemas I've seen, mixing CG objects with traditional cell work. The story is just plain cool, with morally deep topics discussed, and the battles are no cakewalks, with lots of techniques to learn and master. Being able to rotate the world is great, but I wasn't too keen on the slightly muddy graphics.
Huh. I have no idea what this could be. I don't know RPGs. I think this is too early for this. But I'm just going to say it because I have no other guess. Jade Cocoon. That was an RPG, right?
It was an RPG, but it's not the RPG that we're looking for.
I think that was later.
Jade Cocoon.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
It was later. I want to say Grandia, but Grandia on the PlayStation was in 99 sometime. Although now CJ's going to say it was Grandia, and I'll sound like an idiot.
Is it Bomberman RPG?
I'm trying to think of a 3D.
It's got some of the slickest animation, mixes CG objects with traditional cells. It's got a morally deep story, and you can rotate the world.
Could it be Wild Arms 2?
Oh.
Was it Grandia?
Sorry, you're incorrect. No, it was not Grandia.
Thank God.
It was Xenogears, the original Xenogears.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Fun fact, friend of the show, Scoop Joey's favorite PlayStation game.
Oh, really?
He loved that game.
I see. All right.
That game was really impressive looking for the time. Holy crap.
Absolutely. Yeah. Greg?
Yep.
This one is for the original PlayStation, the PS1.
Okay.
Blank's long-awaited title is here, and it's worth the wait. Blank gets going real fast with good visuals and sound. The control is okay, which is important for a game like this, but it gets a little frustrating trying to control the rig and yourself at the same time. Also, trying to find 99 gears in order to earn a continue can be a chore. Blank is a good game, and you should at least rent it. By the way, torturing your enemies is damn cool.
I think that's Wild 9.
I think you're right.
It is Wild 9. All right, tying it up.
That was the whole gimmick for the marketing.
Yep.
Was being able to torture your enemies.
There you go. Written by Jay Sylvie, who I think, if you remember, was a Make-A-Wish recipient.
Oh, right on.
They came to the office, and we had him review games.
Oh, is that right?
Were either of us at the office when this
put him to work.
was done?
I was at the office when this
Yeah, I
issue
don't
was
think
done.
I don't think Phil and I were.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So there you go. All right.
Nice.
We're at round 3 now. This is where it gets intense because you're both tied at 1.
Oh my
Phil,
goodness.
this is a PlayStation video game, PS1, if you'll remember.
That was the first one?
The first one, the very first one.
Okay. Yeah.
Why make a game of the film that isn't? Why make a game of a film that uses excellently rendered visuals and then not use said visuals anywhere in the game? Why make the controls appalling? Why make the collision detection so bad you can get stuck on corners or even in apparent open space? Why make the turning circles of the characters oil tanker like? Most importantly, why bother with this complete waste of space?
Ooh.
I bet you the score was a 7.5.
It is a 2.0.
Oh my.
A game of the film that isn't.
Right.
It's a game of the movie that doesn't follow the movie.
I'm picking that up.
Yeah. That's really the big hint.
Yeah, but
Think of 1998 movies.
I can't think of 1998 movies.
Yeah.
Um,
Had appalling controls.
Swinging for the fences here.
Do it.
City of Lost Children.
Oh, that is a swing for the fences.
Yep.
It's
Probably wrong.
Incorrect.
It's wrong.
Swing for the fences, but it is a swing.
Yes.
I'm gonna say ants.
Hey.
Ants.
I don't know. I don't remember
Right.
when the CGI
You're wrong.
movies were coming out.
It's my favorite Woodsy Allen movie.
Mm-hmm.
Really good, except for that nervous fella who's in it.
I'm sorry. The correct answer is Small Soldiers.
Oh.
Oh, I
Small
visualized that
Soldiers.
for a second, though. I couldn't remember the name of it. All I could think of was Army Men, which I knew wasn't right.
No, that's a different thing.
Which I think. So was this a game that was in the world of the movie in terms of like
I have no idea.
the
Like in
toy
the
line? This is a
Never
game
seen the
of
movie.
the toy line.
I don't believe there was a video game referenced in the movie. Like you're thinking
No.
like,
Yeah.
is this a movie?
Right.
Or
But
is
this
this a
says it's
game-
a game of the film that isn't. So I'm wondering if they made a game based
Like
on
the-
the Small Soldiers characters in the world
Right.
that is in no way references the film.
Like the
Which
characters in
isn't
the
all that
film
weird.
would have played this game.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
exactly.
based on.
That's what
I don't believe that's the case.
No? Okay.
It's been a while since I've seen Small Soldiers, but
Well, no, I didn't mean there's a video game in the movie. I'm wondering if the purpose of this game is an in-world. If
that could
if
be.
the world of the movie made a video game, this would be it.
That could be the case. I could
'Cause
see that.
Actually, I
the-
kind of
unlike-
think that's a cool idea.
That's
Yeah.
not what it is, though. Unlike the 1998 film, this game's storyline is set in an exaggerated fantasy world and imaginary world, as opposed to the characters being made out of toys living in the real world.
But is it
But
But
is it
is-
the world of Small Soldiers?
Yes,
The toy
because-
line.
because in the movie the Small Soldiers characters are part of a toy line that has its own mythos. It's like basically like,
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, it probably is. It says the single player, the commando elite are trying to eliminate the Gorgonites and destroy their home planet Gorgon.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Player
so
takes
seems
the role
like
of
what
Archer as
this
he
is.
battles against Chip
It's-
Hazard.
it's based on the in-universe fiction
Yeah, the lore.
of the fictional toy line.
Which I actually think is a kind of a fun way.
Yeah, that's
to
not a
do
bad
it.
idea.
It's not a terrible idea as long as the game's good, and it sounds like the game's
Yeah, it's
not.
along the same lines as Buzz Lightyear, like having
Yeah.
a game where he's
Yeah.
fighting whatever that antagonist's name was.
Zerg.
Zerg.
Show
Yeah.
some respect.
No.
Gosh. All right.
No, David Cross is in that movie.
Scoreless.
Small Soldiers.
so far on round 3. Greg, this one's for PlayStation. On the surface, blank looked like a bland action title. I'm pleased to say that it is a quite entertaining game and reminds me a little of blank. The action moves along at a nice pace, and the weapons your character uses are fun to use. Fun phrasing there. The story is quite funny, although it seems forced at times. The music is appropriately gothic and mixes well with the action on screen. You'll either love this game or remain indifferent to it.
So my hint is that there's gothic music.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you'll love it,
And the
or
story
you
is
won't.
quite funny, although it seems forced. It also reminds this reviewer of something of another game.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Funny but forced.
Yeah.
Funny, although it seems forced at times. Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't even have a guess.
No guess. All right. It's a PlayStation 1 game. Phil, do you have a
Yeah.
guess?
Funny but forced.
Yeah.
Gothic music.
Yeah.
Funny but forced.
Funny, but forced.
Gothic music.
Gothic music.
Action title.
It's an action. Oh, okay. Well, if it's an action title, then clearly
Gothic music.
Gothic music. I
Funny,
have no idea.
but forced.
But forced. Don't know. I have no idea.
No.
The City of Lost Children.
No guess?
City of Lost Children.
I'm sorry, that's wrong.
Ugh.
City of Lost Children. Funny but forced. That's great.
Sorry, the answer is medieval.
Oh.
Medieval.
Ah.
Yeah. All right, that means we have a tie game.
I thought that game was a little more positively reviewed.
I got a 7.5.
It did not sound like a 7.5 review.
It didn't.
Yeah, it did.
No.
It sounded exactly like a 7.5 review.
Yeah, I guess you're
I'm
right.
Completely
pleased to
non-committal.
say that it is quite
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about this
entertaining and
game.
reminds me a little of
Yeah.
blank.
Ghouls and Ghosts.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yep.
Yeah, Ghost Ghosts. All right. This one is for the Game Boy.
Oh, this is the
my.
tiebreaker, right?
This is the tiebreaker.
Oh, Game
Okay.
Boy 1998. I'm not going to know this.
All right. Well, you're going to have Greg go first.
Why?
When you first start
tied.
blank,
Because I'm not going to know it.
yeah. When you first start blank, this cutesy game almost seems a chore, especially if you're not into the combat aspect of most RPGs. You spend a lot of time at the outset fighting other blank over and over again. But once you assemble a decent collection of critters, the game gets downright addicting. Combat becomes surprisingly strategic, yet it's swapping and fighting with other human players that's the real draw here.
The hell could this be?
I don't know.
That sounds obscure.
Huh.
I'm going to go with Pokemon Red and Blue.
It is Pokemon Red and Blue.
What?
Imagine.
Do I get 2 points since it was 2 games?
Yes, you do.
Oh my
You do
gosh.
get indeed 2 points.
Man.
So you have won this week's game.
Man.
Yes, that's right.
Congratulations,
Three.
Greg.
3
I
points.
wouldn't have gotten that anyway.
3 points to Phil's 1. You wouldn't have gotten that, Phil? Is
I-
that what you're saying?
I couldn't. I was just like, what could that possibly be?
Yeah. You don't know of any games like that.
Is it
Assembling a
Dragon Quest Monsters?
decent collection of critters. I think it's Digimon.
Is it a
Oh, man. Digimon. Where the real money is made.
is it a Metabot game?
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah. Alrighty,
Oh,
well,
well.
Greg, you are our winner this week. Congratulations to you, sir.
Well earned.
Yes. And everybody else go play Small Soldiers. See if it's any good.
I think I figured out why CJ had me go second on that Game Boy one.
What do you mean?
Well,
mean?
because
Completely random draw.
because Greg was not as familiar with Small Soldiers, so you figured.
Yeah. I haven't even seen it.
Phil Hartman's in it.
He is, yeah.
It's got Phil Hartman. It's got David Cross. It's
Probably
got
Frank Welker.
Is Frank Welker in it?
Probably.
It's got Tommy Lee
Somewhere.
Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones, definitely.
It's got like all of Spinal Tap.
Star-studded.
It is star-studded. It's a great movie. It's a remake of Gremlins secretly.
It's got Kirsten Dunst.
I loved her in Kiki's Delivery Service.
That's why CJ loves this movie so much.
That's what I'm saying. Joe Johnston is the director. No relation. All right.
He's not the director.
Isn't it? He's not?
Joe Johnston?
Yeah, did I say that? Did I remember that wrong?
I mean, who do you think Joe Johnston is?
I don't know now.
Are you thinking of Joe Dante?
Oh, Dante, you're right.
Who is the guy who did the Gremlins movies?
You're
And
right.
also
Joe
this?
Dante.
Yes.
Wow, I feel bad about that. No, Joe Johnston directed The Rocketeer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Jurassic Park 3.
Which was not a good movie.
Yikes.
And Jumanji, which is a great movie. Another movie with Kirsten Dunst.
Also,
that was the confusion. Jumanji.
Also, Joe Johnston directed the first Captain America.
There you go. See?
Yeah, different guy though.
Different guy. Joe
Different
Dante.
guy.
You're right. Joe Dante.
Joe Dante is the Gremlins Small Soldiers guy.
You're correct. You're correct.
Yes.
You got 4 points for that. Phil, you are our winner
Yes!
this week.
Yes.
For correcting me on who that director is. So snatch that award from Greg there. That virtual. Yeah, you got it.
Yoink.
Nice.
Here it is. Grab that.
All right. Well, I want to thank everyone once again for supporting the show at patreon.com/P1 podcast.
I am eating Doritos.
Oh, I could tell.
You, dear listener, you listening right now. Yes, you. I'm talking to you directly. If you have an idea for a game that we can play in the after show, just email that along to player1podcast@gmail.com. That's all spelt out and stuff. And we will play it on the show. Right now, we don't have any listener submitted games. So you send one in, we play it next week. That's how that works.
Send us all your Joe Dante trivia.
Absolutely. Send
all
us
your small soldiers
in world lore and trivia. Yes. Anyway,
how many Patreon supporters do we need to do a small soldier commentary track?
I don't know. Probably not too many. All right. Well, I hope everybody out there in Radio Land is safe and well. Hope your family, friends, loved ones are safe and well as well. And we will talk at you again next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.